Hello, Fellowship family. I'm so excited that you are learning, growing, and walking alongside each other in this parenting season. For just a moment, I want to share with you what I am striving for and learning as a parent and how to parent my launching adult well. If you're questioning or unsure of who a launching adult is, let me clarify that these young men and women are between the ages of 18 and 23 and are post high school teens that are growing or therefore launching into adulthood. I know some of you are like myself and are parenting this population. So you are welcome to go ahead and take a deep breath in and let yourself feel all those emotions that come with parenting this season. Those of you who are dreading parenting your child or teen, I want to encourage you that this season will have moments of absolute joy and excitement that you'll want to embrace and remember. So you might be asking, how do I plan to parent well in this new stage of life for myself and my child? First, I want you to know that just like the previous seasons of your child's life, you want to create safety and security. You want to be their resource and safe base that they run to feel seen, to know that they're valued and important, to find comfort from, and to be encouraged to explore their world with confidence. I want you to pause and take notice of that last statement. Explore their world. It's theirs, not yours. This is where parenting feels different. It's just like when you taught them how to ride a bike and took off their training wheels. You remained close by so that when they fell, you were there to help them clean their scrapes and bruises. You continued to encourage them to get back on, and from time to time, you offered some instructions on what they might need to improve on or do differently. However, you didn't ride the bike with them, nor did you purchase a tandem bike. So just like that, you had to let them fall off the bike. You'll have to let them experience failure. Recently, I noticed that many of my college-age parents were posting about their child in the terms of we. An example was, we got moved in. We got registered for classes. I became acutely aware of how easy it is for us as parents to have a we mindset in the beginning of this new parenting season. It's time for you to make that hard shift to differentiate between you as my child and me as the parent, not we. It's what we would refer to in counseling as having autonomy. This term may be new for some of you, or it could be something that you've already been trying to embrace. You will remain their mother or father, but that doesn't mean that you have power or authority over your child's choices or decisions. This is a hard truth that can be difficult for some of us that have been working diligently to keep them safe, healthy, growing, flourishing, and maturing. And now it's time to let them ride solo. It's scary for you and it's scary for them, but it can be equally exciting and rewarding. So, how do you continue to be that safe place for your new launching adult? You want to engage with them. Let them know that you value them by listening to them. Listen more and talk or lecture less. Ask more with questions of curiosity. What schools they may want to attend, careers they want to explore, housing they want to consider, fears they may be having, or that they may need more time to figure out what they want for their future. An example of that could look like asking the question, tell me more about what excites you about that school. What about that field of study is exciting for you? I would love to hear more about how you're feeling about that and how God is moving in that way in your life. Or when they share with you their fears and hesitations, reflecting back on what fears you're hearing from them. That might go more like, sounds like you're really not sure what you want to do, and that feels a little scary. It's okay to be scared and unsure in this season, and I'm confident you will find your path and see God in those details. Tell me more about what seems so confusing and scary. You also want to offer comfort and less criticism. When they are in their world, are you prepared to continue to be their safe place? Can they call and tell you that they've messed up? Can you let them fail? And yes, there will most likely be a situation that they have to call mom and dad. Will you be able to offer them support and confidence and equally allow them to feel the discomfort of their consequences? This will require empathy and compassion for your son or daughter. Remind yourself that you didn't have the world figured out at their age either. I want you to identify the differences between a natural consequence and a punishment. An example of this could be when your child parties and socializes more than working on their grade and fails the class. The consequence will be repeating the class and possibly the costs associated with retaking the class. Additionally, I want you to offer and respect new boundaries for them and yourself. Let's go back to that I and not we mindset. I want you to think on boundaries with this new emerging adult. The bigger the I becomes, the gap between you and me will be. So, as a parent, you will need to assess where you haven't had healthy boundaries with them in the past and how you'd want to change that in the present and future. You would not stalk your friends, so don't stalk your young adult. Now, let me be clear. I'm not asking you to remove any safety features you have, such as Life 360, for those emergency situations. I am saying don't stalk their every move and question them of all their comings and goings. This could be more of a growing season for yourself and giving your son or daughter more autonomy and discovering for yourself an area of growth. I want you to remember that the goal of this season is supporting your teen to become a healthy, functioning adult. Assist them on focusing on what is healthy for their body, their mind, emotions, and relationships. So, with that in mind, you'll want to offer instruction in learning some practical life skills, such as becoming wise in their finances with balancing their bank account, staying on budget, preparing for earning that first job, and how to succeed at that job, car and home maintenance responsibilities, cooking and cleaning, and potentially a dozen more adult skills that are second nature to you, but are potentially foreign concepts for your child. Finally, I want you to remember to encourage your fellow parents as you walk along this season together. It's not always fun or easy, so encourage and lift each other up in prayer in your words and actions. Be the example of a healthy, functioning adult to your son or daughter by helping them stay strong in the Word, keep their faith, and walk out their purpose in life, being the light of Christ in the world. I ask you, are you willing to live out and be the example of health that you want to see in your son or daughter? I'll leave you with these two verses. Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in discipline and instruction of the Lord. And Philippians 1:9-11. And this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and in depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best, may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ, filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. Thanks again, fellowship.